Well, greetings to you all on this wonderful day. Today is now Thursday, and it is February the 16th. And welcome to our Power Up today. Trust that you've had a great week so far. Looking forward to another day today. Hey, they're saying for us, this is weird. I know it's weird. They're saying there might be some snow today. So that's a little different, a little strange. But we might get some of that snow today, and we'll have to break those shovels back out, and maybe the gloves and the snow pants and the snow boots and all that good stuff. Probably not. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be that much snow. I don't think they're saying that much, but it is always nice to see the beautiful snow on the ground and falling from the sky. It's so cool. Anyway, hope our Power Up finds you well. Hope you had a great day yesterday. And also a good time in church last night if you were able to make it. And wherever you're watching from, wherever it is that you're able to attend a church, I hope that you're able to get in there and enjoy some fellowship with God's people. I would encourage you, as we're just now getting on, we're getting people on, be sure and hit that share button so that others can jump on live with us today. And thank you so much for hitting that share button and then also commenting. Got several of you who have commented already, and thank you so much for commenting early. Now, we're in Job chapter 30. We're going to continue reading through this, Job 30, and we're not going to finish out the chapter today, but I would encourage you to follow right along here. All right, Job chapter 30 and verse number 11 is where we're going to be. Verse number 11 says, because he hath loosed my cord and afflicted me, they have also let loose the bridle before me. Upon my right hand rise the youth. They push away my feet, and they raise up against me the ways of their destruction. They mar my path. They set forward my calamity. They have no helper. They came upon me as a wind breaking in of waters. In the desolation they rolled themselves upon me. Terrors are turned upon me. They pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare passeth away as a cloud. And now my soul is poured out upon me. The days of affliction have taken hold upon me. And as we've noted here, remember Job, he mentioned in chapter number 29, really about what his life was like before this trial. Chapter number 30 now, he's giving us another insight into the heartache, the difficulty that he is experiencing, the suffering that he is going through. And we note that his suffering, even as we have read here, verses 11 through 16 we note here just kind of the struggles that he has. He is struggling, we might say, internally, maybe psychologically struggling. I mean, you think of everything that he's gone through, everything that he's lost, and even his friends not really being that much of a comfort and a help. Man, he is really going through it emotionally and mentally, really going through it. And he's really on this earth, in Job's experience, he's really going it alone in regards to the relationships he has with other people. And that can be a very difficult thing. And just the struggles that he is having. We note in verse number 16, he says, and now my soul is poured out upon me. The days of affliction have taken hold upon me. We see the mental toll that this affliction has taken upon him. It says that it is, he calls them the days of affliction, and it's just wearing on him mentally. You know what? Maybe you've been there, and maybe you've experienced that type of anguish, that type of pain, to where just the trial, the test, the affliction, whatever you'd like to call it, where it just weighs on you mentally and emotionally. That can happen a lot in our life as we experience maybe financial difficulties. We experience relationship difficulties. We experience difficulties maybe in the workplace, and those types of things. They can weigh on us mentally, and they're no joke. And so I'm so thankful that when we get to those points, those times in our life, I'm so thankful for a God in heaven that cares about us, that will strengthen us, that will give us the wisdom that we need to overcome and to really survive the trial, if we could put it that way. We know also, Job, what does he say here, verse number 17? This just isn't a mental, emotional thing. Verse number 17, my bones are pierced in me in the night season, and my sinews take no rest. By the great force of my disease is my garment changed. It bindeth me about as the collar of my coat. He hath cast me into the mire, and I am become like dust and ashes. He then refers to just the toll that this disease that it has taken on his body, and he says there's no rest, there's no respite from this disease, and he says he hath cast me into the mire, and I become like dust and ashes. He goes back to God and say, it is God that is allowing this in my life. And let me tell you something. If God allows something in your life, know this, that God will help you get through it as well. And so we see that trusting aspect there that we must have in our God. We've got to have that trust, that faith that God will help us overcome, that God will see us through. So I want to encourage you. I don't know what you're experiencing and going through today, but know this, that you are not going it alone. And sometimes, as we have mentioned, we go through these times of difficulty, and they're built so that we may grow and in our relationship with the Lord, and that we may become more of that complete reliance upon Jesus Christ. And that is an important thing, that complete reliance upon him. When we let go and just allow God to work, man, God will do a great thing. And when we stop trusting ourselves and thinking that we've got all the answers, and we say, you know what, God, you've got all the answers, I'm going to trust you. Hey, that's a great place to be in. Job, man, he's suffering emotionally, he's suffering mentally. We know the physical toll, but he's got a God in heaven that will help him, that will strengthen him and help him overcome. And so I would encourage you, hey, let's be sure, and even in our most difficult days, continue to trust that God is in control. Okay, I'm gonna leave you those couple thoughts. I know we were a little shorter today, but hopefully it was a blessing to you. Let me greet those who are on live today. And then also, if you haven't already shared, be sure to share so that others can jump on. Ingrid, good morning to you. Love you. Have a great day. Lee and Angie, good morning to you both. Have a great day. Cliff and Karen, good morning. Kim, thank you for being on. Good morning to you. Charlie and Marcia, it's great to have you on today. Have a great day. Jean, good morning to you. Have an awesome day. Paula, good morning to you as well. And thank you so much for being on. Vicki, thank you for being on. Can't read the entirety of your comment right now. I'll check that out once our video is, our recording is over, but I will be praying for you. Dennis and Geraldine, good to have you back in Michigan. Good to have you back on the live stream as well. Carol, Phil and Carol, good morning to you both. And love that comment there, just praising God. It's easy to, and this is a great thought too, it's easy to praise God when times are good. But when those difficult times, Carol, as you've said, when those difficult times come, that's the challenge for us to praise God, and we need to praise him with everything that we have. Pat, thank you so much for being on as well. I hope that you are doing well, and good morning to you. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll be back on tomorrow, and look forward to our next time together.